Good morning, children. This is Sachi teacher. Children, today we will discuss further about this chapter, the Mesopotamian civilization. So let's start. First of all, we will discuss about Hammurabi's Code of Law. Now, what is this Hammurabi's Code of Law? Known today as the Code of Hammurabi, the 282 laws are one of the earliest and more complete written legal codes from ancient times. The codes have served as a model for establishing justice in other cultures and are believed to have influenced laws established by Hebrew scribes, including those in the book of Exodus. Hammurabi's Code of Ancient Mesopotamian Society was important because it set the first written laws in human history. The code contained 282 laws written in 12 tablets in the Akkadian language, which was common in Babylonia. This work is also a great source of information about the society, religion, economy and history of this period. This is one of the major source of information. That means this is one of the literary source which is being used for knowing the history of that period about the Mesopotamian civilization. Each part describes in detail a crime or incident and the punishment or the procedure for it. Now we will discuss about the economic life of the people of the Mesopotamian civilization. Trade and commerce developed in Mesopotamia because the farmers learned how to irrigate their land. They could now grow more food than they could eat. They used the surplus to trade for goods and services. Ur, a city-state in Sumer, was a major center for commerce and trade. The Mesopotamian economy was based on bartering. What is this bartering, children? This is a barter system. Okay, that is trading goods and services for other goods and services. Bartering was necessary for people in Mesopotamia to get the resources they lacked. As a result, ancient Mesopotamians would trade with people from other areas. Now, development of writing. What was the script of the Mesopotamian civilization? Children, you have gone through this chapter and you have made a project based on this chapter. Okay, and this was the topic which you have covered while making your project. Okay, the writings of different civilization means the script of different civilizations, river valley civilizations. So today we will talk about the development of writing, that is cuneiform is a system of writing first developed by the ancient Sumerians of Mesopotamia. It is considered the most significant among the many cultural contributions of the Sumerians and the greatest among those of the Sumerian city of Uruk, which advanced the writing of cuneiform. Now, writings. Greatest contribution of Mesopotamia to Western civilization was the invention of writing. Second, allowed the transmission of knowledge, the codification of laws, records to facilitate trade and farming. Sumerians wrote on wet clay tablets with the points of a reed, then dried in the sun to make a tablet. You can see in the picture in the left hand side. Yes. Now, scribes were only ones who could read and write and served as priests, record keepers and accountants. As society evolved, the first form of writing was developed called cuneiform. Meaning of cuneiform? Wedge-shaped, dating to 3500 BCE. Cuneiform spread to Persia and Egypt and became the vehicle for the growth and spread of civilization and the exchange of ideas among cultures. Now, about architecture. because of a lack of timber. Timber is a type of wood and stone. Most buildings in Mesopotamia were made from mud bricks held together with plaited layers of reeds. There were few trees or even big rocks in the regions settled by the Sumerians, Babylonians and Assyrians. You can see in the picture Hanging Garden of Babylon. Yes, children, this is one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Hanging Garden of Babylon. This is also one of the finest example of Mesopotamian architecture. Now we will talk about Mesopotamian education. Only sons of the rich go to schools. Poor people were farmers and apprentices. Schools were made up of rooms called tablet houses. It's called so because there the students learn how to write. Students sat on brick benches and wrote with sharp reeds on clay tablets. That is what, children? Cuneiform. The size of postcard. Sumerian writing, that is cuneiform, shaped like wedges. Writing to keep track of business deals. At first they knew each other. Then when population grew, they needed a system. That's why writing developed in Mesopotamian civilization. Used pictures to represent objects, then used writing to represent ideas. At last, used writing to represent syllables. That is, dog and gi. Combined it will become what? Doggy. Epic of Gilgamesh is also one of the finest example of Mesopotamian education. Now we will talk about the mathematics and astronomy of the Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamia, especially Babylon, used a mathematical system based on 60. Yes, children, nowadays we are also using the same concept of 60 minutes in an hour. Yes, some parts of the base 60 system still remain today. That is 360 degrees in a circle, 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in 1 hour. Calendar based on cycles of the moon. Means they also studied what, children? Different eclipses also. Solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Number of days between the appearance of 2 new moons was set as a month. 12 cycles made up a year. They drew up multiplication and division tables and making calculation using geometry. You can see, children, few geometrical images are there. Figures are given in the picture on the right hand side of the slide. Okay, it looks like a geometrical figure. Yes. Now, that was all about the Mesopotamian civilization. Now we are going to talk about the reasons for decline or the causes for the decline of Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamia possessed no natural boundaries. This was also one of the important cause of the decline of the Mesopotamian society. A near constant state of warfare existed in the region. This prevented any city-state or group of city-states from developing enough power to hold off its rivals. After 538 BCE, Mesopotamia was absorbed into the larger empires that had appeared in the east and the west. That is Alexander after 330 BCE. So children, that's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.